Okay, please take a look to the screen, projector screen. Congratulations that we are about to finish. Not that. The left, at the left. Yes, this is the one. Okay. Okay, let's take a look to the condensed. Okay. We have finished the introduction, talk about the learning attitude. Then we understand about the benefit of meditation. Okay, we know about the conditions. Condition includes self-restraint. Then we talk about the method of repentance and self-edification of major offenses. This part is quite relevant to you. Since if let's say you accidentally commit some crime, okay, maybe you need repentance. In religious perspective. Okay. 3.2 we talk about the adequacy of requisites. It's all about the occupation. Okay. Luckily, everybody is in the right livelihood. Okay. Please advise the junior, especially for those who is studying in university. It might be too late if let's say they realize their occupation is not right after a few years. Okay, so please advise them. Okay. Then we talk about living in the leisure and quiet place, stop outer course and businesses. All these factors is relevant to you if you join 1 day, 3 day, and 7 day retreat. Without joining the retreat, you can hardly understand how the outer courses, how is the leisure and quiet place is so important to you. Okay, I think next week we will have 1 day retreat. Would you like to join? Next week, right? Next week, next Saturday. This Saturday actually. Yeah, this Saturday I think. Yes, anybody want to join 1 day retreat? Everybody is fully packed. Okay, never mind. I will run it for every month, once a month. You must at least join once to make sure that before you graduate from meditation class, you master the skills. At least you can feel the joy. This is very important. So that once, again I repeat, if you feel very sick in your body or you feel very depressed, your meditation method is good. Okay. So make sure before you, you are so-called graduated. Provided you have to master 1 meditation skills, 1 mantra, and better 1 more qigong. So all step you. So after you learn this, you can disappear from here forever. It doesn't matter because for me, I just run a center. Just who got affinity with me, I just have to bridge to cross you over there. That's all. I don't aim to make you stay here forever and stare at me from down to dust. Not that necessary. Okay, I don't want to see you from down to dust. Okay, so you just learn something. Then maybe you can go to other side in Buddhism, even though other also doesn't matter. Okay, then let's take a look. Number 4.0 is condemn desires and abandon hindrances. Yes, usually 1 day retreat, you will notice how bad the defilement can harm you and injure yourself. Actually, we always torture by our own defilement, but we can't help it. It used to happen. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, let's say these 5 elements, it seldom appears in your mind. Congratulations to you, which means that you have conquered yourself. This is the greatest enemy is within ourselves, not the Mount Everest. Recently, my friend, the husband of a pharmacist, just came back after conquering the Mount Everest, and we talk about high altitude sickness because we just came back from Yulong Shan, which the altitude measures about 4,660, 4650. It is quite dangerous, but I didn't realize that. I formed the group without without any knowledge, just bring them up. Actually, it's so dangerous, I should ask them to sign the exclusion clause. If any die or any paralyzed, legally they wouldn't blame us, but consciously, we are still in obligation. Consciously, it's not nice to happen. Because some temples, in the trip to Tibetan, there's cases of that due to the high altitude sickness, which is quite common in Tibetan, or you climb the high mountain. Preparation is so important. So I'm so thankful for the past 2 weeks. The journey really made me learn something. If I just stay in the temple, I think I will dead for over peaceful. I need some excitement. I need some excitement to stimulate me. Sometimes we really need that. Just in the temple, I think I will die because too peaceful. It can happen like that. Okay. Then we go to the practice. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, meditating by sitting and meditate in daily life coming. You're going to learn how to meditate in daily life. And 5.1.1 is Samatha and Vipasana. Basically, you are just in the Samatha. You haven't reached the Vipassana yet. But we will provide you the brief theory of Vipassana for you further your study. I think here most of you are quite, you are in the requirement to go further. Especially like Leon, a couple of Leon, Anna and, not Anna and the King, it's Anna and the Elisa. I think Jimmy also, Joel also, Lena, yes. Okay. How old is your kid? Yes. Oh, it's quite old. So you're also ready. They must be Yeah. If they're too young, you better just watch them. The spirituality request should be latest. How about your son? Okay, so also in a good condition. It is everybody is in good condition. Okay, you can go further deeper. It can, the theoretical part, the theory part or the practical part, you can both see which one you want to aim further. Okay, then we'll talk about 6 is the development of favorable consciousness is coming, all right? Then all this coming, we're about to finish, okay? So now we please flip to the page number 8, correct? I think we are at the page number 8. We'll talk about the practice. Let's take a look. So in the practice, okay, A is the body adjustment. You have already learned it in the lesson number 1. Okay, but I don't think you adjust your body so far. Maybe you just you don't really need it. But anyway, remember the Donna Eden method is effective for certain type of people, especially for those sensitive to the energy and the nerve, the flow of the nerve. You can do that. Or maybe you can try out. Okay. If you learn Qigong, your Qigong, may your Qigong can help you to do something. Or to do something for your core, then you will understand how miracle the energy. But we still got sick. We still got sick, but we will sick in a different way. Okay. Then we talk about the method of the breathing. Now there are 4 types of the breathing method. Now we try to understand what are they. Okay, please read it out. Wind. Okay. B, gap. C, breath. Please highlight the point. Okay, first of all, it's for wind. It is understandable. Or after vigorous exercise, you just breathe like a wind. Please don't meditate in this manner. People will laugh at you. No, we don't meditate in this manner. Just have a rest. Okay, it's not in. You are not in a good position to meditate. Okay. Second is the gaps. Gaps is when you are depressed and certain. Rest and meditate only after recovery. Well, I think if let's say you are depressed and certain, the feeling of uncomfortable is in the heart or in the brain. That feels in the heart, drop your hand. That feels in the brain. But I feel in the heart, let's say we tell people, I'm so sad. Usually the feeling is here. The sad is here. Right? Not. Really in the brain. You tell people, I'm so sad. It's in the brain. Really? I know the man telling you is sad, but the feeling, I mean, the feeling of, you feel like sunken, right? You're sunken, and then you feel hurt. I think the feeling is right here, right? Oh, I'm so sad. So usually people they put their plate, they place their hand here. I'm so sad. Never people say I'm so sad. But usually I'm so sad like that, right? Okay, what I mean is if you feel sad, I think it is logic for you to feel sad here. Of course, I think the major control is in the brain. I think so. But anyway, once you feel sad here, you need to say that I found that it's the circulation of blood first, and the second is the circulation of the qi. Both is not smooth once you feel sad or depressed. If let's say you can master the method of meditation or the qigong, okay, according to the sentence, you have to rest and meditate only after recovery. Sometimes it takes quite a long time for recovery, right? Especially the hurt so strong. Maybe after one day already, you are still in the bad mood. So how to wait? If that's the case, you should start your meditation. No matter it's the qigong, no matter it's the mantra. Remember that during the qigong and the mantra chanting, there's okay, Anna and you are missing two people need the rest other experience here. Okay, please try your best to make it since the flow of energy through the vertebra is so important. It is a good benchmark. It signifies that you already have the ability, how to say, you already master a little bit of the healing power. I think Elena, you experienced that. You just humble without put up your hand. I think you experienced that. You experienced that. Okay. So please try your best. You must meditate. At least you feel the energy flow through your vertebra. Meaning to say that without the support of the cushion, immediately you can sit straight. And it is not using the energy from your backbone. I don't think you can sit long. I mean, it can be last long if you're using a backbone. There must be energy to support you. Okay, please try to experience that. Because once you reach that stage, if you're in a bad mood, immediately you try to imagine the flow of the energy through the vertebra. The recovery process will soon take with it. This is so important. Okay, so hopefully you can just really master the skills. 咁先至可以落山啊！唔可以落山先嗬。You must finish this at least. Okay. So this is the gaps. The third one is about the qi. Okay, hearable, 16 to 18 times for each minute. Okay. Sometimes once you start learning anapanasati, meaning to say that you try to explore the science of breath. If you really meditate every day, I think you will discover that sometimes, I mean, the flow between, we have two nostrils, but we got two holes, two nostrils, right? Two nostrils. But the flow is not equal. You will notice that every 15 minutes, the flow from one nostril to change to another, there must be one is semi-blocked, and the other one is flowing, fully flowing. Do you notice that? You don't notice that. Actually, okay. You have to try to understand. If let's say you join the one-day retreat, you meditate for 8 hours, you will notice every 50 minutes, the flow will shift from one nostril to another. Please try to observe that. Okay, so meditation doesn't mean just be ignorant. You are mindful what's happening to you. Okay. So this is the breath. Okay, and 16 to 18 minutes. Okay, if let's say you breath, too vigorously, or you breath maybe too soft, especially over vigorous breath can make you feel uncomfortable. Okay. Well, if let's say your breath is too soft, sometimes you don't notice the touching point. So you have to be mindful so that the touching point should become obvious. Okay. So this is the C. We want to talk about the breath. Okay. Now we go to the C or breath. It's still the breath, but in Chinese the terminology is different. This is quite important. Okay. Please try to understand it. First of all, it's the breathing by nose. Okay, the basic. Okay, secondly, highlight the point. Okay, please take a look at this. Okay, so C, breathing by the nose. Okay, the difference between the Qi and C is C is the right way, which is not hearable. You shouldn't hear your breathing like that. Oh no. There shouldn't be so obvious the sound. Okay, remember that in Anapanasati, breath naturally. Don't control it. But people used to control it. You see, we can breathe naturally and everything go automatically. But if let's say observe your breath, then the people start to observe, then they start controlling. It happened like that, see. Anapanasati, observe the breath, just like how to fold a piece of paper. Easy, right? But sometimes people will hold like that. They hold like that, you see. Involuntarily, they will hold like that, you see. But if let's say you hold like that, you can't hold it. Okay? So you must apply some skills so that you can hold it, but not like that. Over nervous. Okay? So please be careful. It can happen to you if you found difficulty in breathing after the meditation session. You found that you almost want to die due to suffocation. So you need to say that you start control your breath. Okay. If you can't stop yourself by controlling the breath, you have to shift to another method. This is so-called sickness of meditation. I just recently encountered a case. She is a nun now and meditated for a few years, but she gained nothing except migraine and also involuntarily just cramp herself involuntarily, just because she used to observe something and overstress because the body cannot control, just cramp herself. So this is so-called sickness of meditation, which is available. Okay. Okay, it may cause fainting and tightness in the chest. Okay, you can adjust the breath for 4 seconds for each in and out. Okay, but anyway, sometimes the best way is don't meditate. If you feel the tightness in the chest, just forget about it. Just relax yourself. Just lie on the floor with a corpse posture. Okay, in yoga there's a corpse posture, meaning to say you just lie like a corpse. Just relax the whole body. Once everything goes to become natural, then you observe the breath again. Okay. Okay. Now we go to the diaphragmatical breathing. Okay. Let's take a look. Abdominal breathing. Okay. So before the explanation, let's have a look to the video clip. Okay. Keep breathing. Lie down. If you already have the answer, please put up your hand. Okay, Leon or God already got the answer already. Okay, okay, all right. Who choose tortoise-like breathing? Please put up your hand. Okay, all right. Okay, most of you. Who choose the answer other than tortoise-like breathing? Worm-like breathing? Okay, most of you choose tortoise-like breathing. Okay, please take a look. What does it mean, worm-like breathing and tortoise-like breathing? Actually, the way I see is there is the combination of both. Okay, you see in the beginning, okay, the Lama Kudro, he is invited to go to a small tank or a box. It's a tank, right? Okay, okay. He starts to squeeze himself into the tank. Usually, the tortoise-like breathing won't take place immediately. Usually, it gradually happens. You see, I think in the beginning, maybe he breathes as usual, like you and I, with the chest breathing, I think. Okay, then you see, he starts to ready himself. Okay, once he squeezes himself, he starts to ready himself. So the breath actually will shift from the chest breathing to the womb-like breathing in the first place. Gradually, it changes to the womb-like breathing. Okay, you see, they said the abdominal breathing will upgrade to the porous breathing, meaning to say that, okay, all the porous throughout the skin start breathing already. Okay, start breathing already. It's just as if we are in our mother womb. Okay, okay, we get oxygen from our mother. Okay, but once he squeezed inside the box, okay, the womb-like breathing has to change to tortoise-like breathing since we found that the space within the tank is very limited. If he just keep on with the womb-like breathing, he will die of suffocation, I think. Okay, so he starts to shift to tortoise-like breathing. When you reach the tortoise-like breathing in the simple ways, okay, in other words, meaning to say that stop breathing. Okay, then you see, survive without air and their heartbeat stop. You remember? The organizer, no, I think the Lama Kudro, he requests a special actions to be taken to minimize the metabolism. What is that? Yes, the ice. He's smart. He needs ice to cooling effect so that the metabolism could be reduced and he can prolong, I think, 6 minutes, right? The tortoise breathing about 6 minutes. I think maybe he can be longer. Okay. Why he come out from the samadhi after 6 minutes? Who controls the time? The organizer. The sun. The children. His son. The assistant. Actually, the one who decides is Lama Kudro himself. Yes. Actually, once the person like him, not like him now, when you start practicing the Qigong, you will start to develop the ability that whenever you want to go to the meditative state, you can. Whenever you want to come out, you can. How long you will be in the meditative state, you can. It's just like a biological clock. It's nothing strange. Actually, if you go deeper, I think if you start to practice Qigong and you start to meditation, you found that you can control how long you stay in the meditative state. As what he did. Okay, and so this is how he can control 6 minutes. But you must have certain attainment so that you have the final say how long you want to stay within that. I think it will be very dangerous if you stay too long. I think maybe about 1 minute, the lack of oxygen, the brain cells start dying, right? 1 minute only, right? Or 30 seconds, 3 minutes, the people will declare die. Okay. So you see, but in Buddhism, we have a specific term which is so-called fourth jhana. Fourth jhana is the meditative state that your breathing will stop 100%. But you're still alive. You are still alive. You are not a dead people. In Buddhism, there is some legendary occur. It occurs to this monk, Chinese Mahayanist monk. It happens to him. He is a Taiwanese. He has an experience for meditating about 1 month. 1 month in meditation, 10 days to 1 month, I think, in the total meditation state. And I remember that because his disciples so worried, okay, don't know what happened, because they don't have the knowledge, okay. So they look for another high monk during the Qing, the era of Qing. So this monk to help. He is the one. He is famous for the Vinaya, the study of the Vinaya. Okay, he is using the bell. You see the bell? That bell. Yeah. He used the bell, ding, 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 to make him awaken from the samadhi. It's about 10 days to 1 month. Okay. Well, in certain cases, you see the tortoise breathing, meaning to say that you stop breathing, but some will experience the universe, how to say, they will experience, they are so, it will come out and have a universal traveling. For certain people, they will experience that. But if let's say the person around you, they didn't realize, they thought you'll die, they can burn you and bury you. It happened before, you know. It happened before. So this high monk, the name is Guanyintang Cheras. It's not about that. There's a ghost, a ghost story in one building, and the ghost always will ask for, please return my body, please return my body. So he think he passed by, and he tried to stay in that building, see what he can help. Okay. So he really have a rest in the room, and suddenly he realized that the ghost come. But for him, he is not the ghost. Actually, he is the cultivator, and he experienced the universal traveling, and his disciple, the person who around him, the ghost, accidentally think that he died. So they burned them and buried him. After all this, his soul come back, and he said, "Where's my body?" Because he want to get into the body, you know, but he feels to destroy the body. So he become the ghost. Actually, he is not the ghost. So Guanyintang Cheras said that, "Oh, you are a very good cultivator. Please just let go your body." Immediately, he enlightened. So the ghost, the so-called ghost, attained enlightenment. Yeah, spontaneously. Because he practiced Zen. Okay. But anyway, I think you don't worry about that. I think we are too difficult to meditate even 5 minutes. So it's quite impossible our soul to travel universe and our family member to bury us. I think it will happen. Okay. But if let's say you can meditate quite well, you have to tell your family so they understand what happened to you. Hardly to say, because you don't really try. If you really try it, you found that you have a tendency, this thing happened to you, so you have to tell your family, and you have to join the course under a good teacher, under the custody of a good teacher, so he will guide you what to do. You can ask many questions. You ask, okay, if let's say the soul go out, can you return? Is there anything bind between both of them? Yes, there's a lot. There's some information regarding. Maybe we talk one day. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Mm. Like what happened to the Lama Kudro? He trembled also because the difference of the temperature maybe. Okay. Anyway, try to stop it. Don't over universal traveling because you don't know who will you meet. There may be something. I mean, in a different realm, in a different dimension. Try to avoid go out go too far from your room space. Okay, be careful. Mm. Actually, there's a string which bind you between you and your soul. There's a string there. Okay. But anyway, we worry you will meet some monster or demon, and they will misguide you and mislead you. So try to avoid. Usually, the body is a sensitive type. For example, if your body seeks to become a medium, usually you have this type of tendency. You can have a soul traveling. This is so-called sensitive type of body. If you don't have this type of tendency, meaning to say that you are not sensitive type of the body, usually you can hardly experience all this. Not that frequent you can experience that. But through cultivation, your body will getting more sensitive. This is good symptom. Then you want to try. So you will be traveling. Okay. Very hard to say. You can only conclude after long-term meditation. Then you will know how far you reach in your past life. Usually, you can check your past life easily through the meditation. Okay. So, Elena, do you want to university traveling? Yes, you want. Okay. You want to buy? Don't need to buy ticket lah. Oh, that's very dangerous. Buy ticket. You better don't go. Yes. Well, it depends on the context. Okay, if some people have a trauma, then the understanding of the past life can heal the trauma. But if let's say you just out of curiosity, better don't. If let's say you go to check past life, you notice that Simon past life killed you before. Then you will realize no wonder you treat me so well this life to kill me in the past life. So there will be a how to say this is a so-called illusion. That's the worst. It can be worse. It can be worse. Yeah. No, he is the Simon. So, yeah, Simon. Jimmy is here. Okay, yeah. Okay, people will confuse usually between the past life and present life. So it is not that necessary to check unless unless you got the symptom will jeopardize your life, or we didn't go to check unnecessary. Okay, and no, because sometimes people are. During the journey to the meditation, there's a lot of how to say sloth and thought. No. There's a lot of how to say. There will be the hindrances. The hindrances cause you cannot meditate. Some people they will scared once they touch the water, or some people they will start scared when they see something. It seems like the zip. How to say the box of Pandora. Yeah. The box of Pandora is there. If accidentally or you open the box of Pandora, it can end up as a disaster. So if you want to open the box of Pandora, you must be led by the experienced people. So that he will guide you. If let's say you start to confuse between the past life and the present life. Okay, it depends on the intention. Anyway, the ability to know your past life could be developed through meditation and the psychic. You can check your future life and your past life. Both is a different ability. But the fourth jhana. Remember, fourth jhana is the basic tools for you in order to develop the psychic. Fourth jhana. Okay. So you want to try? So you just develop the fourth jhana. You have to begin. But okay, well, anyway, I can tell you, if you can reach the first jhana, fourth jhana not difficult. Actually, the most difficult is from our sensuous realm to reach the first jhana. That's the most difficult. Because we used to be in the sensual realm, you see. We enjoy through seeing, hearing, smelling. We used to have a lifestyle already. But once you're able to meditate so well, you enjoy within your heart. Then from there you proceed to fourth jhana. It's easier actually. But the difficult is from sensual realm, go to the form realm. That is difficult. Okay? Well, anyway, I hope one day you all can attain. Okay, I'll just try. Okay, so this is, we should call that, but the body is not decayable. Let's take a look. The body is not decayable. So even though heartbeat stop, but the body is not decayable. Okay, since there's still a very subtle consciousness support you. Okay, there's a very subtle consciousness support you so that your body is indecayable. Okay. Yes. All right. Oh yeah. But well, so you worry that? No, I'm just connecting. Well, well, I think it's still different. The reason is I think your brain wave is still active. The brain wave is still active. The person in the strong jhana usually is also in the strong nimitta. The nimitta shows that your chakra is active. But then the thing is, it's a brain dead or physically dead. They can still use the well, I think, I think you are not brain dead if you attain fourth jhana. It's not a brain dead. You just stop. The heartbeat stop on it. The brain is not dead, I think. But then the thing is, the machine will not register anything. Yeah, they don't register. Yeah, I think the brain wave is still active, so they are not daring to autopsy you, I think. They won't dissect you, don't worry. Okay, yeah. Yes, I know your question. I think we just try to differentiate. If the heartbeat stop, doesn't mean the brain also will stop functioning. I think the brain is still functioning, especially the chakra. Okay, so they won't declare you that if they use the advanced machines and they manage to check your brain wave. Do you want the experiment of checking your brain wave? I got a machine, you know. Yeah, the machine can. Yeah. They can check a different color if you can meditate in a different state. You want to try? You really want to? Okay, let me try to call the machine. I think not necessary to buy I just let you play over that. Really? You want to play over that? I think maybe you think better so that not so shameful, right? No, I think maybe I target for the 1 day retreat participants so that you will just work hard to join the 1 day retreat. Okay, so after the retreat, I let you test your brain. Yeah. Okay, before and after you see your brain, I think you are proud of yourself. Wow, the color is so good. Yeah, more motivation. Okay, so this is what is this month? This month is July. Okay, August. Okay, I think maybe August you all join 1 day retreat. So the reward is the free test from the aura. Which day? Okay, I'll check later on. Okay, so all of you automatically enroll to the 1 day retreat. Yeah. And also we use the machine to test you after the 1 day retreat. Okay, good. I will call for you. Actually, I will run a 1 day retreat for every third Saturday, every month. Every third, you just block it see which one you can join. Every third. Generally, it's every third. Generally. Okay, I will confirm again. Let's finish the class. Okay. All right. Okay. Then the energy within the body circulating and self-supply without depends on external energy of consumption. Let's take a look on your body itself can contribute the energy for you. Okay. So I think that's all. Okay. Now we go to the graphs and meditation object. Okay. So remember, you already know the counted breath. Okay. Have you learned long and short breath? Not yet, right? Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Yeah. If you are able And you should give up counting and you are reading the wrong word, that you know that is the wrong breath, or you know that it is the wrong breath, particularly if you are reading the short breath, or reading out short breath, you know that it is short breath. What is the wrong short breath? Take a long time to let that take a short time. When you are moving and you are not trying to make the breath long, do not mentally make a long shot. However, you must be mentally limiting and only taking breath out breath or breathing out. Only be aware of the breath long or short. But concentration must still be on the breath to continue your slowly. Do not follow the breath inside the body or outside the body. If a meditator follows the breath inside or out, he will not be or return the concentration like this on the breath, such as will take a week or 1 or 2 or 3 hours. However, for those who can concentrate only like this, or then you will get the next stage. Okay, please highlight the point. So now we go to the skill number 2. Okay, there are totally up to 5 skills for you to learn before the graduation. Okay. I think in this lesson, you already know which one method you should you're supposed to use, right? Whether counting the breath or not counting the breath, right? Shall I know who counts the breath? Please press your hand. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Who no need to count the breath? Please press your hand. So the rest. Okay. Okay. So you know what should you do? Count breath. Count. Okay. Then Elena is emptying the mind. Different method. Okay. So everybody know what method you are actually using. Okay. Well, long and short breath is another word for without counting. Okay. Let's take a look. You should give up counting. According to the Visuddhimagga, we begin without counting. Without counting is the normal way. But once we notice that, how come without counting I cannot concentrate? Well, you have to use the number of you. But remember, don't be mindful of the number. You should be mindful of the breath. The number is just something to remind you that 1 to 10, so that to keep your mind, to keep yourself mindful. Okay, because since if you wrongly count or over calculating, you know that you have to recount and your mindful have to be bring up again. Okay, see, this is the purpose of the counting. But the number is just a tool only. You have to give up the counting. If let's say without counting, you can meditate better. You see, you will notice that you are breathing in a long breath. You know it's a long breath. And if it is a short breath, you know this is a short breath. Let's take a look to this diagram. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. The definition of a long breath as short breath, meaning to say that you will notice sometimes it takes longer time the breath to pass through this place, this touching point. Sometimes it will take shorter time to pass through this touching point. So this is the meaning of long breath and short breath. But anyway, no matter if it's long or short, please don't purposely adjust it though. Just breathe naturally. Okay? So let's take a look. Okay. So according to it said that, okay, similarly, if you are breathing in a short breath, okay, the definition is the duration of the time. Okay? Do not try to make a breath long or short. And do not label it long and short. It's not necessary to do any labeling. No need. Just mindful, oh, the breath in, out is enough already. Okay. So only be aware that of the breath being long or short, concentration must still be on the breath. And that is the touching the nostril or the upper lips. So remember that your mind must be over this area. Don't go into the abdomen and don't go out from the abdomen and don't go to place other than the touching point. No, no, just here only. Okay, so your mind always be here. That will be proper. Okay, so remember the skill is very important. If you do the things other than this, meaning to say that you are using different method already. Okay, yes. Okay. Well, there's a different sect also, okay. Some sect will let the chi flow naturally without guiding them, but some will guide them, okay. In our qigong, we don't guide. We let it flow naturally. Because qigong for us, just an attitude tool. We don't use it as the ultimate goal, okay. We use it to help to build a good physical body and a better concentration. But finally, we have to go back to the Buddhism meditation. And the theory is so important. Remember, all Qigong or meditation you learn, it's just the skills only. The skills must be deeply rooted on the theory. If the theory is wrong, no matter what method you use, you will be guided in the wrong direction. This is the reason why the theory is so important. Please don't neglect it. No, don't neglect it. So if let's say your understanding is based on the Buddhism, in the simple way that whatever you achieve, your theory will guide you, and we know how to guide you. If you go to the Taoism different theory, they will guide you differently. So like the universal traveling, the soul universal traveling is for Taoism method. Taoism for them, they believe if let's say your soul can come up here, it's so-called unification with the heaven, and they believe that your life will be as eternal as the heaven. So this the concept is quite different with us. We want to attain nirvana, and Hinduism, they want the universal, how to say, the unification with the Brahma. Okay, so that's their own definition. Okay. So just so this is the reason why if you want to meditate, finally you have to choose a religion so that you know where to go. There must be one religion knowledge to back you up. Because whatever you attain, different religion you interpret it differently. Oh, no, 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 no. The Diamond Sutra, according to the Diamond Sutra, everything have to go to emptiness, not go to the cosmic. That's a different, I think. You remember it wrongly, I think, Leon. Diamond Sutra is the best because he will guide you, everything go to the emptiness. That is the ultimate truth. Okay? Okay, now, so let's continue and have a look. So now we already finished the method number 3. You see, for 1 and 2 and 3 hours, okay, one can concentrate calmly like this, not yet nimitta appear. Okay, we'll tell you what is the nimitta. Nimitta is something so important. Now we go to the method number 3, hold breath. Okay, please. The meditator. Just highlight the point. Anapanasati is a very common method. If you can master the method, many places you can go for further. In Theravada and also include Mahayana. This is a very common method. Compared with emptying the mind, Elena. Emptying the mind is more popular in Qigong area. Okay. Anyway, the consequence, the outcome is the thing we want. The concentration is the important. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, the meditator should aware the whole breath. Okay, what does it mean, whole breath? Okay. Yes, from beginning to the end. Okay, so Jimmy, have you finished? You were the last one. Okay, let's take a look. This is the meaning of whole breath. Okay, whole breath meaning to say that you are mindful the process of the breath from here until here. Let's take a look. We got 3 steps. First step is the breath in, out, which is count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second, you just drop the number, just knowing in, out, in, out. The third stage we need to say, you see, the breath starts to flow from here, passing the whole area from here to here, you notice. So 3 out. So which one is more fine? The first, which method is more fine and more subtle? The third one. You see, because from the very beginning to the end, you are mindful throughout the process, you see. So meaning to say that your mind is getting subtle and subtle. Compare the first one, just know in, out, in, out. This is very, very costly, right? Okay. So this is the meaning of the whole breath. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. So same, you don't. It's not necessary to mentally label beginning, middle, and no need. Okay. Just know the whole breath from beginning to the end, which is the touching at one place on the nostril on upper lips. Okay. After 1 or 2 hours, your nimitta may arise. Yes, this is the point. So, okay, nimitta is our destination. Okay, we'll explain it later. Nimitta is so important. Okay, so remember that if let's say now you start long and short breath, and the target of your time for concentration is about how long? Let's take a look. 1 or 2 or 3 hours. It's about 1 hour. Okay. If let's say you are counting the breath, it's about half an hour. Okay. If you can count accurately for half an hour, you can shift to long and short breath. If you can do long and short breath, about 1 hour to 2 hours, so you can just upgrade yourself to the whole breath. Usually, these two methods will mix together because the nimitta will appear in between, or maybe either this or this method. But once the nimitta appears, then there will be more interesting and more story behind. Okay, so the story will be in next lesson. See, time's up already. Okay, we are about to finish very soon. Okay. The difference. Okay. Okay. You mean the okay, right? Okay. If let's say you are doing the counting breath, meaning to say that the breath in, out. Okay. You are in the touching point. You are knowing in, out, and count 1 to 10. All right. Okay. When you drop the number, you just observe the breath in, out, in, out. This is so-called long and short breath because sometimes the breath will take longer time to pass by the touching point. Sometimes it will take shorter time. Okay. But if let's say you already finished, you do so well for the long breath and short breath, so you have to know that the breath flow from the very beginning to the very end, but still this area, this is so-called full breath. The nimitta can arise either in the long and short breath or in the full breath. So the nimitta is our yes. Okay, but technically we didn't use the absorption diff word yet. Absorption usually is the first jhana. Just we say it's a concentration. Good concentration. Okay. Okay, so class, I wish you can. Okay, some more question, yes.